Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start with the new session, MySQL session 8 with Seema Narang. So here we are going to do and work on the same table, players table, which we have been using from past few sessions. So here these are the attributes: player ID, date of birth, experience, coach name, sports name, and the data on this table is already shown. So in the previous session, we have already done certain clauses like distinct clause, and then we had done group by clause, order by we have to do in the next few session. We are going to do with that, and like clause also we have done. And today we are going to start with certain other things like character or string based functions in MySQL. So whenever you are going to use these things, we are going to display the data in the form of characters or strings. But this data, we need to see that it is coming according to our requirement. So our first function name is character to show the character of an ASCII number. Suppose we want to display any ASCII number, we want what character it will be, equivalent character will be displayed in MySQL. Very rarely we are using it, but still this is one character based and string based function, so I mentioned the name. The second one is concat. When we use this function concat, it joins two strings. The two string can be the name of the attribute. As you can see, this is one attribute. If we want that this name to be added and shown, and along with the name of the sport, that is Indian tennis. So these two names we want to be displayed on the screen, not by showing in different columns but also by showing as a joint string. So in that case we will use this concat function. We will write select concat, within brackets and parentheses we are going to write the name of the coach as well as then the name of the sport. So this way we can join the strings. Next is the upper. See, this MySQL is very interesting language. Why? Because here in certain databases and certain other kind of like softwares where we can use only upper function, or in certain languages we use the UCase function. But here MySQL is very good because first it is open source software, second that many functions which are very case sensitive, which we are very relevant to certain different particular characters only, but it works in all. So all the functions which you are using in different languages, it works over here. So if you use upper, then also it will work. If you use UCase, then also it will work. So this basically function deals with the MySQL, and what it is doing, it's converting strings into uppercase letter, that is the capital letters. Same in contrast to this function, we are having the lowercase. So if we want the to use a function lower or L case, then what it is going to do is converting all the strings into lowercase character, that is small letters. Then we are having another interesting function, that is trim function. What it is doing, trim function, it trims the string and leading as well as trailing spaces. Like suppose if I am talking about a string, I am writing one string over here like some spaces. Assume that these are spaces, stars are the spaces. Then I am writing over here as the word MySQL. So after that also I am putting some spaces. So trim, what it is doing, it is going to delete these extra spaces which are put up over here. Suppose these stars are, as I said, is a space, consider it as space, then it will remove this leading spaces, as well as it will remove this trailing space from this by use of this function. So these leading and trailing spaces, if we want to remove, we can use this trim function. Same types like whatever trim is doing, we are having another one, Eltrim. Eltrim is basically removing the leading spaces. As you can see in the same example I will take, suppose these are the spaces given over here in MySQL. The star is space and this MySQL is our character string. So in that case, if suppose we want to remove these spaces, then we will use Eltrim. Eltrim means it will remove the leading spaces. Okay. So whenever we need to use it, we will remove the leading spaces. Same is happening with the R trim. R trim is basically removing, it's the right side, from right side. So R trim is removing the leading trailing spaces. So leading spaces are not required over here. I'm just deleting these in this example. So MySQL is a word, and in this we want the trailing spaces, that is star which is at the end representing spaces. It will remove those. Then we are having another interesting function, that is Substring. Substring is substring. Substring means it extract the part of the string. Suppose we are writing a string as this. This is our complete string, for example. So this is our string, and let's say this is the complete string. Fine. So in this complete string, we want to extract part of the string, which is this part. This star, suppose we change it to some other sign, like this is the sign. So these hash symbols you want to extract it from the strings, then you will be using this substr. So substr function is used to extract the characters from the existing string. For the time being, this MySQL hash, MySQL star, this is complete entire one string, and we want to extract part of the string, so we will be using this substr. Another interesting function is instr. Instr is just like similar to substr, but the difference is that it returns the position where the character matches. Suppose we want to write a string, like this is one string, MySQL hash, then MySQL, then star. This is suppose one string, and we want to see that where exactly this hash symbol is coming in the string, or we can write where this Q symbol is coming in the string. So in this case, whenever we want to search a character, then it will tell me the position. Now there you can see this MySQL first, second, third, fourth. So fourth is the position. So in str will tell you that Q is available. That Q character is found at the fourth position. So this will be the coming as the answer over here. So for today we are today this is the complete session we are doing, which is covering our entire table of players which we have made earlier, and then we have done certain character based or string based functions which we have studied. This char function, concat function, it's a quick recap I am doing for you. Uppercase or u case, then lowercase l case, then trim function, l trim, r trim, and then we are having substr and then instr. These are the functions which we have covered today. So today I will be giving one more session later on where you can write down the queries based on this, that you can solve it yourself for your practice. And in tomorrow's session, like in my next session, I will be even telling the answer and solution for the same. So I hope you enjoyed this session, and it's all your queries and everything is solved by these MySQL session. In case you want to comment on these sessions or you want certain topic to be elaborated, then in that case you can tell me or comment me, or you can mail me. My email id, again note down. So this is my email id, and you will get all my notifications once you are joining and subscribing my channel. So this email id, you can refer it whenever you want to send any email to me, or you want to have some query, you want to ask me something, then you can just message me or mail me, and that is how I can get back to you with your solutions. So thank you very much for the session.